Let's see what we do go to. So much more focused towards bot side this time around, with the Varus also being right back up there. Interesting that the Zyra as well remains banned, you know, so yeah, no changes there from HLE.
Yeah, it's very LCK to just always ban Skarner Kalista. Even with the Skarner nerfs, they're like, nope, we still got to ban this, and then you got that one extra ban and they just throw it at Jinja and his Zyra, which I think is a good call. The first pick, Corki, here for the side of CFO. It's only game 2 here in Fearless Draft, so there's still a lot of top-level selections available for both sides. So the Corki wasn't really on my radar for the first pick, but it does kind of go with anything as a pick, so at least they've got that. It is a bit of a flex as well, as we are going to see the MF picked up here for Viper, as that has been sticking around for a very long time, this MF pick.
Yeah, and you mentioned, yeah, the Corki is very much a flex for them. You know, they've got 3 for Doggo and 2 plays for HANWHA, so starting out flexible. Bot lane, ooh, we get Peanut in Italy again. All right, this is going to be a fun one. And you're kind of like, okay, well, then they have to get like Leona Nautilus support or something like that. They're for sure going to get Delight on. Actually, I mean, whatever engage he wants to play, you know, he could take his pick. I assume ZEUS might be bringing some. There's the Gragas that we mentioned for Driver. He's a really big Gragas player, so they put him in and get him on some comfort. See what else. Okay, nice Leona steal away here, because that is one of the ones we were listing here for HLE that they would want to go for, because both Misfortune and Nidalee want a support with Mega CC, so I have to already be thinking like Nautilus or something like that.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess Braum is still available, but then you don't have great, like, you know, playing offensively. It's only like defensively into Leona, and so you don't want to do that. So yeah, you go through the rail here to get that big engage for the Misfortune ultimate.
Experienced Zione. Does he just pick Silas here? He's like, well, you can't ban Silas, so I can pick that instead.
Yeah, we'll see what he's feeling. I mean, assuming they'll save his pick for last year, maybe go ZEUS, since they assume. Oh, what? Vladimir, nice!
Wait,
nice!
Really?
Yeah, and I'm assuming that this one is going into the Gragas. It like allows Vladimir to get really big without a lot of problems, and like that's just devastating. Then you're just gonna have such a big AOE AP threat into this team. This is gonna be a fun one.
It is AP, as you mentioned, so we have to almost definitely have a AD pick for the mid lane, assuming this Vlad is going top, which I think at this point, you know, 90% chance of that happening. You can just pool the cask if you're ever in any danger, and as you mentioned, your range, you just get kind of a free lane into this Gragas. Unless, you know, a gank comes up there very early. We are going to have the Talia coming out here for the side of HANWHA. So that Corki is, at this point, what it looks like in this draft, should be going into the bottom lane. But let's see how they round it out, as the Kindred is going to be the final pick here for Jinja.
Yeah, they want Jinja carry. Here we go. We got the Kindred lined up for them, since they have double AP solo lanes. Let's see what they can do. Honestly, ZEKA, now what you got for us?
Oh, really?
Yeah! Yes!
Oh my God! It's happening, Zed!
Yes! What in the... Yo, stats team, give me... I need a stats team update on the last pick on Zed here immediately.
Zed? Well, you know, he doesn't dash. That seems pretty good into Talia, right? He's got excellent execution pressure.
This
maybe
is
not as good
ratio here, up to 80%. So the shadow slashes will hit harder.
They definitely will, and it's into a good comp as well. As HANWHA Esports fans are out in force, and you know what else got buffed recently is Electrocute.
Yes,
so
it did.
You know,
and he's actually going Conqueror.
He's not playing.
It was a good bet though. When you said it, I was like, you know what? Let's see, you know, because that would really lend into the one pops.
Yeah.
But he is going the Conqueror here. So I'm actually just so hyped for this. And you know what's really fun as well? Assuming it looks good, in solo queue, then you get to track like the spike in Zed picks in solo queue after an international game like this.
It's just going to be Zed every single game. You're just going to have to ban it if you don't want it. I mean, it seems pretty good, right, on this patch. You were mentioning, you know, the E buffs that did come in. It's +5 damage at every rank, and it just feels like his laning should be stronger. His execution power should be stronger. He goes Conqueror here instead, expecting, you know, some of these fights to go longer, not necessarily going for the one-tap capability.
Plays. I'm also very curious to see what Peanut does with Nidalee into Kindred matchup here. See if he does get off some of these the solo invades. I assume that he's going to have some nice lanes to work with.
HANWHA.
Wait a second, he's level 2.
Yeah, that's the Ignite coming on in. He doesn't have Electrocute, but HANWHA has to flash at level 2. Already ZEKA on the Zed pick is forcing summoners in his lane.
Yeah, Ignite for Flash. Best trade every day of the week. Plus, he's going to have to force him back, so... Scuttle Crabs, after the first Scuttle Crabs, maybe looking towards mid, or maybe even a little bit before, because with both of them canceling their recalls, does give a slight opportunity. Looks like we're actually having Jinja cross back up to the top side, which is kind of weird since Vlad is pushing in Gragas. So he doesn't have his top lane priority, and his mid lane's getting pushed in too, but he goes for the smite fight.
Yeah, that's going to go the way of Peanut here, and Peanut is not scared to go for the fight, especially with the Zed, but he's actually losing the fight here. He goes for the heal. He flashes away, but Jinja's still going to get it. He does give the kill over to ZEKA, though, who will pick up double buff, as now HANWHA low on mana. ZEKA, he's on the hunt, as he doesn't have much more than a shuriken, though. He's eating stones straight to the face. There you go, HANWHA, with one final Q, gets the kill onto ZEKA.
Well, there you go. That's why he went for the top Scuttle Crab. He goes for it. They get 2 kills. Big stuff here for CFO. I mean, ZEKA answering might be a problem later. He does get the pickaxe back there for Zed, which is pretty decent, plus the refillable. But honestly, let's take a look at the next one. Making the trek over, so looks like it's going to be everybody except for ZEUS walking over. Since ZEUS is still shoving bottom, it looks like Driver actually is now going to walk all the way back down there too. So CFO at least gets 2 of them.
Yeah.
But once Driver shows, they're like, then HLE are going to know we don't have 5 people fully up here. So we got the extra one, and we will split grubs.
Yeah, just a split grub situation, 2 for 1. And Life Esports will be thankful that that last one was left for them. You mentioned the situation where they didn't want to go for it. Level 6 Zed, though, still going to put on that pressure. The Ignite is coming in. ZEKA, one last auto, doesn't need it, as down will go HANWHA. And that, right there, is the power of Zed.
Yeah, it's so hard in that matchup. Zed just gets to go right for it. As soon as he got his level 6 Ignite down there for ZEKA. And that means they have mid lane prior once again. And so second Scuttle Crab mark also gets taken away. Peanut takes this one away, really trying to keep those Kindred marks down. He's going to be able to transition a little bit of deep wards as well through enemy jungle. We haven't gotten to focus too much on the Vladimir pick that they went for as well, but as we said, it was going to be Vladimir, you know, scaling nicely with a nice little free lane for himself. And really the scary part is going to be later on after ZEUS has farmed up and joins with the team. And then you've got, how do you deal with a dive of a Vladimir and a Zed? Well, Kindred Ultimate can stall, but it is still going to be very scary for them. So Peanut immediately on over to the Dragon as well, and keep those ones rolling.
Yeah, it's very true. I mean, you think about their team fight, it's very much just wombo combo, insane amount of damage, and it's all AoE as well, outside of, I guess, Nidalee swipes and stuff like that, but that's not really...
Jungle lead there, and all the wards up on the top side for them. So CFO overloading on top side. This is a Vladimir that does have flash, and I wonder if he used pool already. Nope.
Oh, there's the pool. Kaiwing not going to hit the stun on this one, but he is at least going to land the E onto him. Kaiwing does take a bunch of that damage, so very nicely done in the dive. The Vlad, not much he can do in that situation after using the pool, of course, as he does go down pretty quickly to the 3 of them.
Again, really good team play here from CFO. Kaiwing linking up with Jinja, constantly just always playing with him. They've got the carry, jungle, and the support to follow. Wait a second.
Driver's really trying to make this kill onto Viper happen. Right now, he's just got a Catalyst and a Tear, so he doesn't actually do damage, Driver. He's just dying to MF, and Peanut's here.
Yeah, the big problem there, ultimate used offensively. You really want that for defense.
Speaking of offensive ultimates, as in goes ZEKA once again, as there is the Kindred ultimate just barely to save his life. Peanut failing on the dive, but he is going to stay alive, and it might not be a fail at the end of it all. As ZEKA comes in, Viper though will be traded out, as at least Viper got the kill, but so will Driver in the dive.
Blood everywhere. I love it. There we go. A Kindred mark for Jinja as well. Honestly, keep this game action-packed. The gold remaining close. We got some hovering against the wall long enough that he still gets his counter kill.
Yeah, so Peanut did smite away one of the grubs here as they go in for the fight. They're not going to hit all too much, but everybody else groups into the rel. Here comes Doggo from the top side, though. ZEKA going in for the dive once. Jinja not going to get him just yet. So many low health bars here on the side of CFO, and Peanut is going to get away. Here comes ZEUS over the wall, just going to pull the shove, and will not take the damage, but does take the follow-up. One Q might save him, but it's not going to happen as HANWHA lives against ZEKA, who misses the shuriken. Here comes Doggo, flashing on into a Zed, not scared of anything, but guess what? The R is up, and it's available again. ZEKA goes for it again, gets the kill, and the last auto from Peanut finishes it off.
Oh my goodness, what a chat. Picks the Zed, some fancy plays on the top side to the pixel brush. Oh, beautiful stuff there. What a fun one. Are you not entertained? Thank you for the entertainment, HLE. Thank you for the entertainment, both teams here. Okay. Grub fight is not fair because only one of them is a jungler and has smites.
I think we missed something, Kobe. There's a Gragas in the top lane. Meanwhile, there is a dive onto a rel. Delight wants to turn it around, but he's not going to be able to. Oh, he's going to have to pop that ultimate just to stay alive. Now ZEKA 1v4, but he's not scared. He's moving into them, looking to do a bit of extra damage. He's got Peanut on the way, but yeah, nice dive from the side of CFO. Once again, will pick up a kill at least.
Whew. All right. There is a lot of action, but look at the minimap right now. Both top lane and mid lane just also pushed by HLE. ZEUS is going to head down to back up Viper, as Viper was trying to push for even more and also get turret plate money. But they were able to get both of the lanes on the other side of the map pushed as well while taking the objective. So Dragon picked up, or will be picked up here by Peanut, and HLE also still retaining control of the map.
Yeah, they certainly are doing just that. This Mountain Drake going to go the way of HLE, so that is going to be their second Drake of the game.
Try and pull together, a 5-person play. They do have Talia ultimate and the teleport kind of soon coming up for HANWHA. Looks like he's going to run his way or surf his way up the river to make this attempted play. Of course, ZEUS does have his teleport, so Vladimir could also join.
Yeah, it looks like he might just do that. Here's the wall, there's the TP, and a very nice engage comes in from Delight once again, but the Kindred ult is there to try to save them. They're all invulnerable. The follow-up comes in from the Vlad, though, as ZEUS gets the big kill on that backline. We do see ZEUS just running in their backline, getting so much down, and Driver looking for Peanut, but he's not quite going to be able to get it down. He just pops away on the Mega Blast Cone, and Driver is all alone here. 1v2. Peanut is very low, although he is kind of kiting him out here, kind of playing with the Gragas a little bit. Gonna eat a Q though and does back away, but the Rift Herald secured, and this first turret should go the way of HANWHA Life as well.
Yeah, even though it didn't look like devastating for CFO with them only
getting the Bloodthirster, right? It's going to feel great for them as Viper is being pressured a little bit. A lot of them actually, as he is going to flash the cask and just kind of get away from it all. Only a couple of, I think 3 ults were used there by the side of CFO. And they're going to try to use this pressure to take down this mid turret, which in fact they will. The side lanes, Kobe, you were mentioning though, ZEKA able to put some pressure on the top side, as it looks like now both teams want to fight over this dragon. Yeah,
and like what are we going to do about this Vladimir? Because ZEUS, as we mentioned in Champ Select, is going to be a really big problem later, and we are later.
Yeah, about that. They need to do something about the Vladimir, but ZEUS is a tank right now. He is just running at them, and he's got so much health. He's got so much AP because of that. And, the Gragas doesn't really do much against the Vlad. He just kind of sits there and throws stuff at him, and the Vlad doesn't care at all.
Well, getting richer by the seconds. Split pushing bottom while they go for the dragon fight here. Jinja.
Oh, the engage not going to land there from the side of Kaiwing, and there you go. Peanut will secure the smite onto this one, and again, this 1v1, it's just looking worse and worse for Driver. Another Empower Q going to hit him as the Rift Herald pushing on in, and ZEUS is just looking for the dive. Driver has to flash away from it, but even the ult nearly takes his head off, as Driver at this moment does not quite exist in the side lane. In goes Delight, maybe a little bit sideways there, as down he will go. Jinja nearly pays for it, but does throw in the ult, as ZEKA looking for the dive, does pop away, as will that Ignite get the kill? The shurikens flying around him, but Jinja will survive at the end of all that chaos.
Right, with his death mark, but not able to squeeze out just enough damage there. Okay, so maybe if CFO could just fight away from wherever the Vladimir is. How about that?
Yeah, just run away from him whenever you see the scary vampire
Or go
guy.
right to this face.
I mean, this is the thing. He's got a slow onto ZEUS. ZEUS, he's got help. He's got Peanut here, and heals come in. He flashes into the two of them. It's just like, why did you bait me into this one? I gotta flash away now. And Driver gonna eat his third death as the Vlad now 3,000 gold ahead. Just 21.
Back to the brush.
He did use his flash. We'll see when he upgrades those Swifties as well what that's going to look like. Driver, he's quite tanky. He's AP Gragas, but he's still quite tanky.
He's about to fully stack the Rod of Ages to get that extra level.
He'll catch up a little bit. The Runus Otacon will be taken pretty unceremoniously here by HANWHA Esports, as it is spotted by a blue trinket, but nobody's actually going to approach this on the side of CFO. So they just give it up. Flowers will be taken here by HANWHA Esports. And just think about what that's going to do for the extra levels, the extra damage.
Think about that.
Just take a little, sit back while we have a little lull in the action. Yeah. Just think about exactly how strong HANWHA Esports is right now.
Because if you really think about it, no, that's fine. ZEUS from the Flowers gets his adaptive force, which turns into AP, and then the AP turns into health also.
Yeah.
And the extra experience there did not get him to 16, so.
It's quite large at this point in time. Nearly double the damage is ZEUS over Driver, as, Viper's barely going to get away from that stun. He does flash the cask, and that's a good choice. If you're going to pick a target, it's probably got to be the MF if you are CFO.
Yeah, ZEUS is pinging, hey, I'm just going to keep on split pushing. All HLE have to do is just make more time around this dragon, and eventually maybe we'll look for a smite fight here or something, but ZEUS is teleporting in, so run!
Oh my god!
Run!
Wait, Doggo, you're going the wrong way! He runs towards the Vlad, they're trying to take down the light, but they all get grouped up into the rel instead. And you know what? Vlad loves when you're grouped up against it. Finally, Jinja gonna throw out the Kindred ultimate, but who really cares about that? He survives for a bit longer, but the rest of the team just dies alongside of him. And HANWHA Esports will take the fight and the dragon, and it's looking like a 2 here today, Kobe.
Yeah, and the Baron, I'll wager.
They would take down this objective. Kaiwing now ultless, with his Solar Flare on cooldown, trying to just walk his way in as, Jinja not even able to get in range. So that is just going to be a free Baron over to the side of HANWHA Esports, and CFO now a bit caught. It's going to do a combo onto a Vlad, but Talia, not very good against the Vlad, I'll tell you that, as in goes ZEUS. He's got backup for the team. The triple kill comes in from ZEUS, and he's looking for a bit more, as, they're just going to get that kill over to Viper instead, as it is the ace from the side of HANWHA, and that might just be the game right here, right now.
Certainly will be, right through the top lane. HLE with Baron, with the Dragon Soul, looking at the 2-0 clean victory.
A very clean one at that, and they did it with a Vladimir top and a ZED in the mid lane. If you missed this game, definitely go ahead and check out the replay, because it was a very fun one with those two picks. A super dominance game from HANWHA Esports.